She said no with a very serious tone. If we make an exception for you, what about other children? It's not fair. I got upset and screamed that it wasn't fair, not to participate in any of my siblings' weddings. My parents got upset with me and grounded me for 6 months. Lastly, my brother got married when I was 17 years old. I thought surely I'd be invited to this one, but at that point, I didn't care. I knew it was going to be a child, free wedding, and somehow I wouldn't be invited. As I guessed, I was right. I didn't ask or beg. My cousin who just turned 18 just made the cut, and I didn't. Well, as I said, I didn't care. I sent a quick congrats text, and that was it. My parents got furious about why I didn't even congratulate them properly. I just ignored them and spent all the time in my room with my now soon-to-be husband. Since I'm getting married now, I decided none of them will be at my wedding since I wasn't allowed to be at theirs. When they didn't get the invitation, you can now check if there's a part 2 by pressing share and more. Part 2. My siblings refused to let me come to their weddings, so I returned the favor. When they didn't get the invitations, they all came to my house and demanded to know why they didn't get one. I simply explained, "You didn't want me at your wedding. I don't want you at mine." I explained how hurt I was at the fact that I was not able to see any of my siblings get married, and they should experience the same. They said that the weddings had alcohol, so they didn't want any young, impressionable kids there. I said all I wanted was to be included in the wedding part. I didn't care about the after party. My mom then started screaming again about how unfair I was, and how she wanted all of her kids to be together on that beautiful day. Ironic. I said that the only way I would invite them is if they explained absolutely everything. Otherwise, no invitation. It never made sense to me why they left me out of everything until now. After some weird looks and silence, the truth came out. I am actually their cousin. My father's brother was raising me alone and died, so I was raised by my uncle. They do not know who my mother is. I was young, required a lot of attention, and wasn't their sibling, so they kind of distanced themselves from me. My brother said that he himself hated me for that reason. My parents sat there ashamed for never telling me. My cousin just sat there and looked awkward. I got up and left. So after all the drama, my husband and I talked and realized we were doing the whole wedding thing because we thought each other wanted it. We were not against the idea of a flashy wedding, but a calm day with just the closest people to our hearts would be exactly what we wanted. So that's what we did. Just us and some of our friends. My parents had the audacity to get angry that there was no celebration. But I don't care, to be honest. It was a day for us, not for my uncle and cousins. Not.